So tonight I'm here in Szeged, Hungary. This is my hometown. And I want to show you the traditions that are unique to my hometown or the country. And so let's check them out.
This is the official Christmas tree of Szeged. It stands on one of the bigger squares in the city. Traditionally, Christmas trees used to be only decorated on December the 24th. The husband would go out and get the tree while everyone else preoccupied the kids. And then they took the kids somewhere, maybe to grandma's or something, and decorated the tree while they were out. Then when they were brought back in the evening, they would be presented the tree as a gift from baby Jesus. Because in Hungary, all the gifts come from baby Jesus, which is a bit weird, but that's the tradition. Throughout Europe and here as well, it's common to have a fair just in front of the big church or even sometimes smaller churches. But this is the big church in Szeged. And you even have an ice skating ring, which is becoming more and more popular to do. Around the churches, and especially the big one, there is also an official Advent wreath. So the Advent wreath always has 4 candles on it. 3 are purple and 1 is pink. The pink is lit on the 3rd Sunday because they're all lit on Sundays before Christmas. And the pink one symbolizes the joy of Jesus. And it's a mark of waiting for the light that Jesus will bring. What you're seeing right now is a rather new thing that is happening around Hungary, and it's called light painting. They project images, sometimes moving, sometimes not, onto the faces of churches around this time. So let me talk about this church for a little bit. This church is called the Votive Church of Szeged. It was built in the last century, so it's less than 100 years old. It was built after the Great Flood of Szeged, which took place in the 19th century. It was built because they swore that if the city would recover, then they would thank God by building a huge church. And they succeeded because it is one of the biggest churches in all of Eastern Middle Europe. And the clock towers are both 96 meters tall. Some of it was recently refurbished, and it's one of the great prides of Szeged. Nowadays, it's also common to have a merry-go-round as part of the Christmas fairs. This deer is also one of the newer traditions in my hometown of Szeged. It's made out of lights, and they only put up for Christmas. It's the symbol of Szeged for Christmas nowadays. Everyone takes selfies in front of it and posts it on Facebook. The main streets in Hungary are always lit up for Christmas, and this is the main pedestrian street in Szeged called Kara Street. This is something I wanted to show you guys. It's house in one of the bigger squares of Szeged, and it's always lit up like this. So it's something that the residents do themselves, and I call this house because of this the Christmas house. I've talked a lot about new traditions, and having a huge Ferris wheel is also a newer tradition, and it's spreading around actually not just Hungary, as far as I know, Europe as well. And it's new in Szeged. It's the first time we had it. And the thing is, it's rather slow when there are a lot of people getting on and getting off of it. But it's quite decorative, and it could be fun if you're not scared of heights and it's not totally freezing because it's totally open. So the place where you would expect to see a manger is usually around churches, but this manger is actually right in front of the city hall. And it's not that pretty. I'm not that thrilled about it. It's basically just carbon cut out figurines. But you can see the Ferris wheel behind it because on this square there's also a Christmas market. And if we turn around, yes, this is City Hall. You can see it's also lit up very nicely. What I haven't talked yet about is food. So these are chimney cakes, and they're not just common during Christmas time, but during all fairs because they're very delicious. They are sweet, and after they bake them like this, they pour over it all sorts of flavorings. What I can't show you is that on December the 24th, people have fish soup for dinner, and then usually stuffed cabbages. I don't actually like stuffed cabbage, but anyway, what I do like is mulled wine, which I made, and it's made of red wine, orange, lemon, and also cinnamon, cloves, and sugar. So it's very delicious, and I make a very good one. Too bad you can't try it, but this is what it looks like.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate, have a merry one.